so coming in at number 12 spot, Hakeem the Dream Olajuwon. He's so good he had to change his name. Look it up. He was Hakeem Olajuwon, now he's Hakeem Olajuwon. But I guess you still have to pronounce it Hakeem. I don't know. I don't make the rules.
Only 2 players in the history of the NBA have ever recorded quadruple doubles, and Olajuwon is trying to become the third. Robertson over Hakeem, and Hakeem got a piece of it and also got the rebound. Shot and a rebound for Hakeem. Maxwell's going to have to take it. Noyer's going still to Hakeem. 1 second left, and it goes. Goodness gracious, the whole city of Milwaukee was around him when the ball went in. 15 points for Olajuwon. Maxwell goes for the steal. Blocked by Olajuwon. He has the triple-double. Maxwell gets the bucket, and Olajuwon gets his 9th assist of the game. The only secret now, can Hakeem get 1 more assist for the quadruple-double? Hakeem with a rebound. Gets it back out to Lou. He'll put it up. Get it there it is.
Way to go, Lou.
Lou Lloyd, and a quadruple-double for Hakeem Olajuwon. 18 points. 16 rebounds, 10 assists, and 11 blocked shots. Only the 3rd quadruple-double in the history of the NBA.
So, he's a Hall of Famer, NBA 50th anniversary team. He was a 2-time NBA champion, 2-time Finals MVP. He was an NBA regular season MVP. He's also the all-time leader in blocked shots for the NBA. Houston Rockets all-time leading scorer as well, multiple-time All-Star. All that good stuff. He was also Defensive Player of the Year, so that's something to note as well. So, with Hakeem Olajuwon, this is interesting. I was actually reading Bill Simmons' book the other day. He talks about who the greatest player of all time is, and we flip. He says that Hakeem is number 11, the number 11th greatest player of all time, and Shaq is number 12. I say that Hakeem is 12, Shaq is 11. It's just me. The reason why I put him at number 12, first off, the good things about his game. Being able to shut down people defensively. He's the all-time leader in blocks for a reason. He's also a very active player on the court. What I mean by that is he didn't just he didn't just block shots and get rebounds. He was scoring points with all the post moves that he had in his arsenal. He was also getting steals, and with the shooters around him, he was getting a lot of assists. So he was putting up stats as a center, which is not something you see a lot of. You see stats sheet stuffers, as they call that, with small forwards like LeBron, Pippen, Grant Hill, Larry Bird, guys like that. You don't see that a lot with your centers. So that's one thing to point out. Another thing is that he's a 2-time NBA champion. Now, that's interesting because he won those 2 titles, in between the Jordan dynasties and those Jordan three-peats. Could he have won an NBA championship, when the Bulls were on that run? I don't think so. If he may have had some help, if he had Clyde Drexler on his team, maybe, but still, that's not how his career turned out. So, now the reason why I put him not 12 and not 11, he didn't win enough NBA titles. He didn't win enough when Jordan was around. And that's about it. It gets really tough at this point. Also, his attitude problem. From that stretch of 84 to about 92, he didn't really connect with himself as a person and as a player. He was getting into altercations on the court. He was getting angry at his coaches. He was almost gone from Houston. He was almost traded. He almost signed with another team via free agency. A lot of this stuff that you don't really hear about. But that's stuff that happened, and I need to cover that, which is why I put him in number 12. Players, all-time greats don't do that. They don't get traded during their prime. Now, Hakeem, that didn't happen with Hakeem, but it got close, and that's why I put him in number 12. Because if he would have, maintained his composure, if he would have learned these moves, if he would have learned how to control himself on court, hell, he could have, gotten himself higher on the all-time scoring list. He could have gotten himself 3 titles instead of 2. a lot of these things could have happened. If it would have worked out with Ralph Sampson, you know, he could have had another title, and we could have been talking about Hakeem Olajuwon, you know, top 2 center of all time. But no, we talk about Hakeem, you know, top 5 center of all time. So, you know, tell me what you guys think. I'm Brendan Sell.